Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Nasir Mahmood, Mr. Abdullah Fadil, the Country Director from UNESCO, Dr. Patia, a representative from WHO. We have Dr. Nazir from Planning Commission. Mr. Rafiq Tahir, I think he was the person who brought this idea in Pakistan way back when he was working with the Ministry of Education. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, speakers, participants, Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. For a change, we used to know that whenever they start conference, mostly the conferences are late, 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. For a change, we started this time, the conference 15 minutes before time. And I think I'm the responsible because I was supposed to travel to Lahore. And then Rafiq Saab and the Vice Chancellor, unka hukum tha ke, no, you have to come. So though I'm not expert in this field, but thank you. Thank you, sir, for giving me this honor. I recall somewhere I read a couple of, I think it must be 10 years back or when I was in ISESCO or where. Then in Israel, when the mother conceives baby, they start some different kind of trainings for them. And that article was indicating that through musical musics, some kind of subliminal level of messages for the you conceive baby. Even the mathematical part they were teaching, they were giving a training to that person, male or female, who is still not existence, from the date of conceiving, they were doing these type of things. And then I realized why we are having always frustration in our part of the world. Because I think when our mothers are the women who conceive babies, when they come in home, they have a lot of stress due to natural stresses in Pakistan or some countries like Pakistan, man-induced stresses, and the remaining part is when they open the TV channel in Pakistan, especially after 8 p.m. So a lot of those chaos and Pakistan gaya, default ho gaya, ye ho gaya. So naturally, whatever we are seeing today in our surrounding, that is impact of those early childhood training which are natural in our part of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody can deny it. It is a proven fact that this part of training or education or development is very crucial and very important. In business education, especially when we talk about organization behavior, or when we talk about human behavior, it is proven that the maximum learning of a human being is during the toddler age. Whatever beliefs or thing he has or she has evolved or learned during that time, they will stick with them for the rest of life. And of course, when the environment change, when the training change, exposure change, there is, of course, modification and improvement, but that age group is very important as far as the human development is concerned. We are left behind. I think one of the reasons is this, that we are not taking education serious in our part of the world. And then if we are taking education serious, then we are taking in silos in higher education, only focusing on higher education. Nowadays, technical education, yes, technical education. If you go to Sri Lanka and look at them, they have more than 90%, 98% literacy rate, I think, there. But they call it Sri Lankan syndrome. It is focusing on early education, the primary education, college level education. So we can see no impact in those society where they have in isolation focusing on education, one part of education and not the other one. It is the holistic approach which is important, I think. An educational like you and us, We have to sit together and try to understand which part is missing and why it is missing. So that at the end of the day, when you have this complete human being working in different organizations, working in any country, in any capacity, whether they are the leaders, whether they are the bureaucrat, whether they are the professional, whether they are the educationists, why we are not getting that result with the rest of the world the developed society is getting? Of course, there are other important ingredients. We cannot isolate only one education part, but education is the key. And I am happy that this part, which was missing in Pakistan, early childhood development or early childhood education, I think it came when Baliur Rahman Sahab was the Minister of Education. And you were holding this 9 meeting of, I still remember those few words. So that was the initial start, and luckily I had the honor also. The Rupani Foundation, they created a think tank, and I was also a member of that in the initial meeting. I think you were also there. So the point I'm trying to make is that no doubt this is the important area. And I'm happy that our Planning Commission, is also taking lead in this part. And with the help of our partners from international, whether it's UNICEF, whether it is the WHO, or other organization, I think this is very important that they are all realizing. And most importantly, the Planning Commission is realizing, because they are responsible to set a tone where this Pakistan is going to go in future. What kind of futuristic approach they are going to have, and I am happy also that Ministry of Education is also taking key interest in this area. I'm sorry I forgot the Khatija name. She is also among those pioneer team. She's working very hard. Always I can find her at airport, going to Quetta, going to other places, and very dedicated for this cause. So I will not take most of your more time, because you have to discuss academically, and very good stage she has set that these are the objectives, this is the outcome you are expecting. Please do let us know what role we can play. Rafiq Sahab was asking me about creation of some kind of accreditation body which can focus only on this area. That can be done, no issue. Let's first identify what has to be done in Pakistan, and how can we ensure that the future babies which are going to come in Pakistan, they should not suffer the way this generation is suffering. Because, like, look, recently this flood affected area. And they were telling us that in Balochistan only, I don't know how many million mothers are pregnant, and they don't have anything to eat. They are malnutrition. And what are we expecting the new babies when they have already now, I think they must have born now. And we tried to work out some mechanism, and I appreciate the support of universities, because all universities from Pakistan, they came forward. And they created those small boxes, gift boxes, where they were putting some food, like dates, kuch nuts the. They were putting some baby food and other thing, and we were sending through NDMA to that area so they can distribute among those mothers which are living without any shelter, without any food available at that time. And I hope they are surviving, and state has already, and people and society has already looked after them. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's not ignore that this is also a very important area. We need to, our educationists, our policymakers need to not only talk, write, publish, and make their CV thicker to get promotion. Let's have some impact on our society. That how can we create a system, an holistic approach where our total education system should improve, and our society should also improve, and ultimately our country should prosper. With these are, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all the best for next 2 days for this conference. And I hope that at the end of the conference, some doable action will be decided and shared with each other, and not only print a report, but some mechanism of follow-up of those decisions taken or those suggestions taken should be evolved so that at least we should reach somewhere. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck, Pakistan Zindabad.